Oh. Hello, let's learn Blue Monk together. So, let's start with the first phrase. It goes... So let's unpack that. First, we're starting on the note D, then we're going chromatic up to F. So we're starting D, E flat, E, F. Then the next part, chromatic from the note G. So G, G sharp, A, B flat. Then F, G, F, we're going F, G, F, E, E flat, B flat, D flat, D, and then after that, D flat, C. So to recap that last part, F, G, F, E, E flat, B flat, D flat, D, D flat, C. I'll play it real slow. The first phrase, complete. Okay, let's look at the second phrase now. This second phrase is over an E flat 7 in the 5th bar, and it goes like this. So it's similar to the first phrase in the sense that we have these chromatic parts. So we start the second phrase on a G, we go chromatically up to B flat, so that's G, G sharp, A, B flat, and then for the second part we start on a B flat and go chromatically up to D flat. So B flat, B natural, C, D flat. And then we go back to this phrase that we played in the beginning of the tune. And that's going to come up in the next phrase as well. Let's look at the last phrase of Blue Monk. It goes like this. Okay, so we're starting with an F note. We're hitting it 4 times. And we're going to a lower F after that. And that's on beat 4. So it goes something like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Triple do. So after you do, we're playing that same phrase. We're playing it twice. And that is basically Blue Monk. Now let's look into that same melody, but with double stops. So now we're going to play the Blue Monk melody with double stops. And double stops are essentially when you play 2 or more notes at the same time on guitar, like those are pentatonic double stops. See, it's 2 notes, and you're playing them simultaneously. So, let's look at the Blue Monk double stops. So we're starting with the first phrase. We're going to be adding a note below the top melody. So, in this case, we're going B flat, C, D flat, D. So, combine with, you get. Then, for the E flat, we're playing, which is an E flat, F, G sharp, and a G. And then for this next bit, we're playing, you can see it's part of a, kind of like a D minor triad, but we're just playing the notes D and F. We're going from this D and F to an E flat and a G, going back and forth between those. So after we hit this D and F, we hit D flat and E, and C and E flat. So then after that, I'm gonna go way down here, or you could play it here. So this is G and B flat, this is A and C, and then B flat and D. So just to recap, E flat, And I forgot to mention, to end that phrase, you do, which is B flat D. Oh my god, sorry about that. We left off, so we're gonna play B flat D, A, and C sharp, and A flat and C. So that whole phrase, okay, let's move on to phrase 2. So for the third phrase, we are starting with we're doing the same thirds-based harmony that we did in the first phrase. So again, we're putting an E flat, F, G sharp, and A. I mean G. Sorry, sorry. E flat, F, F sharp, and then a G below the top melody line. And after that, we're playing, which we were going to be adding a G, G sharp, A, and B flat below the melody line. And then we're going back to this phrase we played, except this time we're not going back down like we did in the first phrase. Okay, let's move on to the last phrase. So, something cool I think you could do for this as a double stop is to play a tritone. So you have this top note, the F. I think if we add this B, it's very dissonant. And Thelonious Monk used that a lot. He used very dissonant harmony and very clustery combination of notes that sound really, really jazzy. So add a B below this top F note. And you can, for the lower F, you can add a B below that. So very, very crunchy. So after you do that, you go back to this. Sorry, I played it wrong, but yeah, you just go back to that. And basically that's it. There are 2 links in the description to 2 free PDFs I've made which cover what I talked about in the video today. They contain the Blue Monk melody with and without double stops. So definitely check that out. Thank you for watching. I hope you like the content, and hit the subscribe button below if you want to see more jazz guitar related videos. I hope you have a good day.